Oh, how nice life is, eh? The rain falling and everything nice. Everything nice. Everything nice. I think everything nice for true, because I woke up this morning. Thanks God. Even though the rain is falling. But this is not my issue this morning. My issue this morning is a very, very, very little complicated one. Yeah. I start this little channel here called The Full Catcher. Yeah. Just because I feel I'm a fool. Sometimes. Not all the time, but some of the time I do. But since I opened my channel, I've been getting a few opinions and little words being thrown around like I'm harassing the police and I'm only harassing people and I have to do it this way and I have to do it that way and I have to do it this way. So then I start asking myself a question. I say, let's get away from the law and let's go a little deeper into it and find out if I'm that fool that everybody think I am. Yes, now. For some reason, I think I need to educate people or people need to go back to school. Because I really thought I was living in a democratic country. I really thought that. That's what I thought. Yeah. I thought when you go to the polls and vote, and when you're paying taxes in the country, working and paying taxes in the country, you have a right to air your grievances against your government. I thought that was what democracy was meant to be. But of late, I think in what is going on. Because people keep on telling me things like, the police is going to arrest you, the government is going to put you in, and they're going to hem you up, and I said, I keep asking myself, where am I living? Am I living in London or am I living in Russia? I keep asking myself again, you sure I living in London? Or I living in North Korea? You sure I living in London? Oh boy. Or I'm living in China, where I cannot say nothing against my government. I thought democracy meant that I have the right to air my grievances against my government. I know it's only in a dictatorship you cannot air your grievances against your government, because you might end up like Navalny and end up spending the rest of your life in prison. May end up dying in prison for not committing a crime. You see? So, I want to know, are we living underneath a dictatorship or a democracy? Do we have a prime minister or do we have a dictator? Because if I cannot air my grievances in a dictatorship, That means this is not a dictatorship. This is a democracy. I mean, this is not sorry. This is not this, I misspeak there, that is me on the whole. I a little dyslexic, they call it, dyslexic. I didn't even know that until I reached 50. Sorry, my people. I say, well, boy, if I cannot air my grievances in a democratic country against my government and my civil servants that I pay in taxes for them to get a salary, then we don't have a prime minister, we have a dictator. That is what I'm saying. Because I know democracy means that I could air my views and get no animosity from the government or the police. That's what democracy is. I know that's what democracy is. But for some reason or the other, people keep telling me that's not the way it is. That my government could just come and take an innocent man and put him in prison, and the police could just come and arrest. I harassing them, so they arrested me because I pick up a camera. I harassing them. Oh my God. A camera is harassing people. I harassing them. Yeah. And because I go in and air my grievances are things that happening around the neighborhood that shouldn't be happening. My people. That's why I'm telling people I do not believe. Every time I hear people say that, use that word believe, it does puzzle something in me. Why you don't know? If you had know, you would never be using the word believe. Oh my God. I know I'm not living underneath no dictator. I know I'm living in a democratic country where I vote for a prime minister, where I go into work and I pay in taxes, and I know I have the right to air my grievances against my government with no retaliation whatsoever. So I'm not afraid. Like the fear they trying to come and push in me with the government doing me something and the police doing me something. I want to know how the police going to put somebody that not committing crime in prison. I getting up and go to work every morning. Yeah. I want to know how you're going to put an innocent man in prison. It look like I living in Russia. Am I living in Russia? My people, that's what that happened to Navalny, you know. Navalny died in prison, my people, underneath a dictator. My people, get educated, read books, man. I think they have democracy, they have republic, and they have the dictatorship. Democracy, republic, and the dictatorship. I think that is the free states they have. And I know we're not a republic. And I know we're not a dictatorship. So we have to be, what? A democratic state. We are a democratic state where you could air your grievances against your government with no retaliation. And you could air your grievances against your public servants with no retaliation. You're not supposed, if you get retaliated against for airing your grievances against your government, that means we're not living in a democratic country, my people. Yeah. So I just sit and wonder sometimes, bro. Yeah. My mother always used to tell me that, Sebastian, read, you know. Sebastian, just read. 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 And Sebastian, if you don't know, if the first time you read it, you feel it echo in your head, just relax and read it again. My mother used to always tell me, Sebastian, read. Educate yourself. Yeah. But a lot of people thought I wasn't listening. A lot of people thought I wasn't listening. But I did educate myself. I didn't have to go to university to educate myself. Yeah. I didn't have to go to... I just had to read. I didn't know how to read already. I just had to read the right books. Yeah. That's why I could sit here and tell you about democracy, republic, dictatorship, you know. I even start telling you about how mostly all dictators died. That'll be another story. Another story for another storybook. But for sure, for something I know for sure, I know I'm living in a democratic country. I know I just go to the polls and vote. Yeah. I know I pay in taxes in this country. I know I working in this country too. While I know. So, people, educate yourselves, please, my people. Educate yourselves, please. I want you all to educate yourselves because I keep asking myself. I keep asking myself. Again, I think it comes down to belief, you know. We believe and we don't know. Well, that's why I don't want to believe. I want to know. I want to know. I don't want to believe. I don't want to believe in nothing. When you say you believe, you're not saying you know. Because if you had know, you wouldn't be using that word believe. You would say, I know. There'd be no use for the word believe if you had know. If you had know, you wouldn't be believing. You're only believing because you don't know. Yeah. Well, I know I right. Yeah. And I know in life I've always been trying to be a righteous man. And something my mother always tell me again. A righteous man have to put up the most fight. Righteous people always have to put up the most fight. Because you're fighting against evil to try and be good, Gaza. You know. Yeah, they're trying to send words after me. Fearmonger thing. About the police going to do me that and the government going to do me that and this one going to do me that, and I had only one fear in my life, and when I got rid of that fear, I never fear nothing again. After I get rid of that fear, I never fear nothing again. But I'm definitely living in a democratic state. I'm definitely living in a democratic state. This is a definite. I know I'm not living in no republic, and I know I'm not living in no dictatorship. So my people, I'm very sorry. I think who needs to get educated needs to get educated. I think they should try and get educated a little, you know. Not my fault, you know, my people, Gasa. Not my fault. You see, I had listened to my mother when people thought I wasn't listening. I read books. Yeah, I read books. I read good books. I educate myself, you know. Yeah. Yeah. I really did. Yeah. And I still have a little more to do. Honestly. I need to be tipped up on the law. I need to be quoting the law like the bottom of my tongue. Yeah. That will come soon. That might be the next coming attraction. Honestly speaking. Really and truly. Yeah, brother. Yeah, my brother? Yeah. I cool there. I just trying to wake up myself. Yeah, Father Most High God. Guide and protect us. Yeah. Father. Emperor I Selassie. Remember I'm a Rasta man. Eh? Yeah. I'm a Rasta man. Just remember I'm a Rasta man. Selassie Rastafari. Yeah. Lot of misconceptions in the world, man. People just believe in things. People just telling one another things and they just believe in it. Like water from a tap. They just drinking it. I don't want to drink nothing. I want to know. I want to know. I don't want to believe. I want to know. I want to talk to people and tell them I know. Yes, I know this. I don't believe in nothing. I don't believe in no God. Yeah. Believe, to me, believe is the devil. You check me? I just sit here and I just say sometimes, I wonder why they praying to gods. If they praying to the God of war, because it look like it's the God of war they praying to, they're not praying to the God of love. If they were praying to the God of love, they would be showing one another more love. Father, Most High God. Keep asking myself questions all the time, boy. What are we doing to the world? What are we doing, Rasta? What are we doing? Yeah. The people are telling me they know better. And I see no better from them. But they know better. Know better and they're not doing better. How you could know better and you're not doing better? Show me the better, man. Father Most High God. I don't pray to, I don't sit there and talk to them things. They believe in a God, and they still hate one another. Why y'all just learn to love life? Why y'all learn to love life? If y'all just learn to love life, you'll go treat one another better, you know. Yeah. Learn to love life. Yeah. I learn to love life, my people. Learn to love life. Learn to love life, my people. Life. I have a saying, I have a thing I just say. It costs no money to be nice. And really and truly, it costs no money to be nice. I just fed up with the hatred, man. Everybody I see their face vex and like, what's going on here, Gassa? Come on, let's breathe some happiness in the place, man. Let's breathe some more love in the place, man. Father, that. Father, Most High God, guide and protect I and I, lead I and I beside still waters, carry I and I over mountain top and deliver I and I as a supreme crop, you know. Father, Most High God. Because when I watch my people, I say, yo, the animals behaving better than us. Shit, mate. Somebody tell me something, you know. Somebody tell me something. And come and teach me something, people. Come and teach me something. All of you lot, all the people that talking, I want to see them teach me something, you know. Because I know, I read enough books already, Rasta. Yeah. When Ben put the first Rasta book in my hand, Rasta, flood. When Abdullah put the first Rasta book in my hand and tell me read it, and from there I just take off, you know. Doing my thing in smart. I want to see how many people that will try and educate me. Because I know I'm a fool. But what they don't know, I'm an educated fool. Yeah. That's why I named my channel The Fool Catcher. Because a lot of people feel I'm a fool. Yeah. But let them talk to me and see how educated I am. That's what I want them to do. When I do not know something, I go and read about it. I go and learn about it. My people, don't be throwing words around. Go and read for yourself. Go and find out if what I say is the truth. Because I live in a democratic country, my people. I supposed to be able to air my grievances against the police, against my public servants, against the government. And if I cannot do this, then I'm not living in a democratic country then. I know we don't have no dictator in this country, brother. We have a prime minister. I think his name is Tawa. Huh? And I think I vote for him too. Huh? So now I cannot tell him when he's doing something bad? My people, Gassa, wake up, man. So how things going to ever be right? Hey, my brother, how things could ever be right? When we're living in a democratic country and you're telling me you cannot air your grievances against your government and the civil servants that you're paying taxes for them to get a salary. Somebody tell me something, Agasa. Somebody tell me something. Somebody tell me something. Yeah. And another thing I want them to know, like you'll never hear Caribbean people talk, man. I do not know how to talk soft for my people. I do not know how to talk soft. You check me. I honestly do not know how to talk soft. In the Caribbean, we just shout behind one another, you know. Sebastian, what the hell you? My people, I do not know how to talk soft. Yeah. So, when they hear me talk, they just feel it's aggression. I'm not aggressive, my people. That's passion. I'm passionate about the things I do. I just be passionate about everything. Every job I do, I just be passionate about it. Every job I've done in my life, I've been passionate about it. Every job. And if I am passionate about it, to me, like, it making no sense I doing it. Because if you like something, you go do it properly, father. Yeah, I couldn't sleep last night, man. I couldn't sleep last night. I just couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep with all those little words being thrown around about the police going to do me that, and the government going to do me that, and this one going to do me that, and that one going to do me that, and I should be careful of the police, and I should be careful of the government. Yo, mate. I reach half a century, eh? When my old man had tell me I wouldn't reach 40, eh? And I reach half a century. And I had a wonderful... I enjoyed a lot of my childhood, I must say. Yeah, I enjoyed. And I had some wonderful friends too. And still have to. You check it. Even though some of them right across the world somewhere. You check me. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Man like Shine. Danny. Mr. Brother Charles. Pow Pow. Hey man, I had some wonderful friends too, man. MC. Hey man, and I still have, they have million of name I could call, man. Rasta. Because where I come from, I live a Mac there too. And a good Mac. Yeah. Where I come from, I live a good Mac there too. I always used to preach positivity. This is not a new thing to me. That's what people don't understand. I always preaching positivity. This is not a new thing to me, bro. I just want to see things work right. Because I know it could work right. I know it's just a select few that divide and rule. Have to divide the masses to rule them. I feel if the masses educate themselves, them will know they have the power. It's them that vote a government in. Brother, you all have to vote the government in, brothers and sisters. And if you cannot air your grievances against your government, mate, it look like we're living in Russia then. Blood. Or North Korea. As I educate myself, sometimes just what I watching. People just tell me, why you watching this? Why you watching this? I start learning the law through watching man like Direct D, man like Long Island Audits, man like Yardi, Auditing Britain, And they have a whole few of them. It's from them, man, I start learning the law. You check me, listening to copy of peace. What is copy of peace? Oh, that's the act they could search you on for weapons. All right. No. Yeah. And then I'll go on the internet and read up on it. When nobody know I reading up on it, yeah, but I reading up on it because I want to educate myself in that field too. Why not? Huh? But for all the people that throwing their little allegations around about the police going to do me that and the government going to do me that, and I should be afraid of this and I have to be afraid of that. Well, my people, if I'm afraid of anything, well, boy, I must be living it underneath a dictator. That's what I have to say. I must be living underneath a dictator. If I have to be afraid of anything in this country, or anybody, or the police, or the government, well then, it look like we're not living underneath a democracy. It look like we're living underneath a dictatorship. You check me. I tell you, they have free states. They have the dictator, they have the republic, and they have democracy. Democratic. That's what they say to be politically or how they put it. I can't even remember. I just couldn't sleep last night, man. I couldn't sleep last night. I couldn't sleep. Yeah. I say I open a little YouTube channel and people trying to fearmonger me and tell me about, oh boy, you do not know what you're doing. What you doing? What you doing? Oh, what you doing? Oh, you're crazy guy. What you doing? Nah, man, I'm not crazy, mate. I may be a fool, an educated one at that, but I'm not crazy. Definitely not crazy. You check me. Definitely not crazy. Yeah. I find out I was dyslexic when I turned 50. Imagine that. Never knew that when I was a child. But anyway, that's still not a problem because I grew up big through it. You check it? And I feel I know how to handle it. You know? My brain does just move a little too fast sometimes. Sometimes my brain does just move a little too fast. And I always had that problem. Anybody that know me know I always had that problem. My brain does move a little too fast and my words, I just skip words. You check me? Because my brain moving a little too fast. But I never knew I had a problem. But anyway, that's not the issue here. The issue is the people that send in the fear, trying to put a fear thing into me picking up a camera and the government going to arrest me and put me in jail. And the police going to put me in jail. I don't fear that. A righteous man shouldn't be fearing about people putting him in jail and all them kind of thing. I ain't commit crime. I have to commit a crime for them to put me in jail, Rasta. That's how I know it. I have to commit a crime for the police to just run up at my home. The police gonna just run at my home and I ain't commit no crime. I kill nobody. I steal from nobody. I rip. I kill nobody. And the police going to be just running up at my home. That's the kind of things I want to stop. For real. That's the kind of things I want to stop. Because the police cannot arrest an innocent man, Rasta. How an innocent man could be sitting down in a prison, my father? Somebody tell me that. Huh? You think an innocent man should be sitting down in a prison, a man that commit no crime whatsoever, sit down in a prison for what? And you're supposed to be living in a democratic country. It's unbelievable, my people. It's unbelievable that they need to be re-educated, bruv. Shucks. I never went to no university. But I could make some university graduates run out of their wits and out of their pants. I could do that. Yeah. By just telling them the things I have read. Yeah. Think I'm a fool? Yes, I'm the fool catcher. That's why I named my channel The Fool Catcher. Because people that always talk to me like I'm a fool. People that be talking to me like I'm a fool. Like I'm a fool, Rasta. Like I'm a fool. Oh, yeah. Talking to me in condescending manners. And I saying, yo, the kind of things I go through in life already. You check me? The kind of things I go through in life already. The kind of times I risk my life already, driving fast, doing all kind of things, climbing poles, doing all kind of things. I've had my nickname Mad from the time. Anyway, in a way, I'm happy they just call me crazy and mad, you know. Honestly. Because if they do history well, they'll find out something. If they know that's the name, that's what they used to call the man that invented electricity. I wonder. They used to call him a madman. They used to call him a crazy man. Wow, they're giving me some kind of prestige here now. Yeah. Putting me in the class of the man that invented electricity. That's what they used to call him, a madman. All the inventors, they used to call them madman and crazy man. And look now, the inventions here on the face of the earth as signs of them not really being crazy, when everybody was calling them crazy and mad for the inventions. My people got to get educated out here. My people got to read some books, man. Stop listening to what people tell you and open a book and read it, man. Read it. Read some good literature. Some good literature I want y'all to read. Go and search for the answers, Gassa. The answers in the books, Gassa. The answers in the books, they have always been there. The answers in the books. That's why I've read and I know about democracy and I know about republic and I know about dictatorship. That's how I know about that. That's why I know what I do and nobody can tell me nothing and do me nothing. And when I tell them nobody cannot tell me nothing and do me nothing, they think like I threatening people and them kind of way. They can't tell me nothing and they can't do me nothing because I live in a democratic country where I have the right to air my grievances against my government and the police and my public servants, bruv. Because I pay enough taxes to have the right to do that. I vote in. That give me the right to do that, my people. Get educated on what you could do in your country. Get educated about what you could do in your country, my people. Because you're living in a democratic country that where you could air your grievances, my people. And I feel enough English people not airing their grievances, bruv. So you telling me when I drive into work the morning there and I hear the Prime Minister say that they need more police. And I driving around the place going to work all the time seeing all the police stations closed. So I shouldn't ask the Prime Minister why all the police stations closed. And he asking for more police. So I shouldn't ask the Prime Minister, why are we not getting 24 hours service from the police station? Why? So I shouldn't ask the Prime Minister, why the police budget cut? And he's saying we need more police. Shit, mate. Blood, learn it right, man. And if I cannot do that in a democratic country, and if I cannot do that in a democratic country, then this is not a democratic country. Then we're living underneath a dictatorship, man. Yeah. And go and read the books and see if what I say is true or false, you know. Don't just take my word for it. Go and open a book. Go and read up on what is democracy. Go and read up on what is a republic. Go and read up on what is a dictatorship. What it is to be a dictator. To oppress your people. for money and power. But I know I'm not living underneath no dictator. You check me, and I wouldn't want to live under no dictator too. Because I know all the people that saying they like Putin, I just hear a lot of people saying, oh boy, we like Putin. Oh yeah, boy, I like Putin. Go and live in his country. Go and live in his country for him to send you and fight war even though you don't want to go. Yeah. Even though you don't want to go, you have to go. Huh? That's what y'all want? My people, guys. Wake up and smell the coffee, man. Wake up and smell the coffee, my people, guys. Wake up and smell the coffee, because I tell you, last night I couldn't sleep, man. I couldn't sleep. I just couldn't sleep. I was just thinking of those words being thrown around about how the government gonna do me this, the police gonna do me that, they gonna hem me up. I said, yo, wait, hold on here a moment. Am I living in a democratic country, or am I living in a dictatorship? Which one is it? I don't know. It looked like Kim Jong-un that ruling here, man. Not Starmer. I thought it was Starmer that was my prime minister. Yeah. And I thought I was in England. But maybe I in Russia. Maybe I'm in Russia right now, standing on the side of the road somewhere. I don't think I would be. I don't think I would be. I think I would be behind a gun if I was in Russia somewhere. I think they would have me behind a gun, running underneath a bush. But I think I'm not in Russia. I think I'm in England, in a democratic country, where I'm free to do what I want to do once I'm not killing, stealing, doing the R word. Where I'm not committing no crime. Once I'm not committing no crime, I'm free to do any other thing I want to do once I'm not committing crime. Ain't it? Mate. Nobody going to tell me how many houses I could buy, how many cars I could have. Why? Because I'm living in a democratic country. If I was living in a dictator country and he passes laws and saying I can have only one little reggae car, and I cannot say a word about him because he'll put my bum in prison for the rest of my life, then I'd understand. But that's not the case here, my people. My people, that's not the case here. That's not the case here, my people. This is not the case here. I am living in a democratic country where I could air my grievances against my government with no remorse, no retaliation. I could air my grievances against my public servants with no retaliation, with no remorse. This is why I'm paying taxes, for them to get a salary. Yeah? My people, so stop trying to push that fear thing about the government and the police and everybody. I'm not afraid of nobody. And I've never been afraid of nobody in my whole life. I tell you all one fear I had, and it's a personal thing, so I even telling people one fear, and I got rid of that fear a long time ago. So I don't think they have nothing for me to fear. I just try to teach my children not to fear. To go out there and be the person you want to be. Yeah. And once you know how to read, oh boy. Once you know how to read, oh boy, my Father Most High God. Once you know how to read, you could fly a plane, you could helicopter, all that written for you already. Written in books for you to learn, teaching you step by step. And we here sitting down, debating things I learned so long ago and still have it in my head. I want to learn new ones now. Start quoting the law like the bottom of my tongue. Yeah. Because I learn a lot of things from the auditors, boy. I learn a lot of things from sitting down there and watching the auditors for hours. And my wife used to say, you crazy little fool. Yeah, but that's what you marry, a crazy little fool. I not vexed. I not vexed with them calling me the name crazy, mad. Like I tell you, that's the names y'all used to call all y'all great inventors, mate. So like y'all giving me some kind of prestige here, mate. Fine. I don't really want it, the prestige. Yeah. I am here for that. I think I come to educate. They need to be educated. For some reason or the other, they need to be educated. That's a nice sight. That's a real nice. That's a nice sight. Yeah, man, they need to be educated. Democracy, republic, and what? Dictatorship. And we ain't living in no dictatorship, my people. We're living in a democracy. Yeah, democracy. Yeah. Democratic democracy. Democratic. Oh my Lord. Democratic state. Republic state. Dictator state. Oh shit. Mate. Don't make it come late, you know. Because people trying to educate me. When Abdullah do that already, and when my University of Old Men do that already. My University of Old Men. Yeah. When I used to be sitting down, Rodney Bay, around the table of them men. Yeah, I get educated there too. Yeah. I used to always work with people that's older than me. I used to sit down there with my stepfather and his gang and listen to them talk. One is a lawyer. One used to be I think one used to be the Prime Minister of my country. Yeah, I could call their names, yeah, Freda. Mikey Pilgrim, Gillan, Judah. Yeah. I used to sit down there with them old men and listen to them talk. Yeah. Mr. Brown. Yeah. Yeah, Gillan, Judah, Mikey Pilgrim, Mr. Shaper. I used to sit down there with them old men, carry their drinks for them. Like I was a butler. Yeah. Just to sit down and listen to them talk. People didn't say I was strange. Sometimes I'd rather do that than go out. People didn't say I was strange. Sitting down there just listening to old men talk about business and all kind of thing and how money making and what running, and people didn't say I was strange. And my mother always knew I was strange. I think my father always knew I was strange too. There are some people that knew I was strange. There have a lot of people, especially from where I come from, that knew I was strange. Because I was always strange. Shit. Not afraid to say it. I was always strange. I just couldn't sleep last night, bro. Hearing people telling me about, be careful out there. Yo, mate. If something meant to happen, it meant to happen, mate. I'm not really looking for no war with nobody. I just want things to work out right. I want things to be right, mate. I want people to start doing things right because I'm not seeing nothing. I'm not seeing no good in my eyes. All I seen is evil. All I seen is hatred. All I'm seeing is hatred. The Jews don't like the Muslim don't like the Christian, the Palestinian don't like the Israelites. What's going on? Hatred? Y'all just breeding hatred? That's all y'all breeding hatred? Well, I come and bring some love. Because it costs no money to be nice. That's me. It costs no money to be nice, my people. Yeah. It costs no money to be nice. No money at all. No money at all. No money. You don't need no money to be nice. If you have a good character, you'll be nice. If you have a dirty one, you'll never know how to be nice. You'll fake nice. I think I just have a problem, and my problem is that I love life more than anything else. I love life more than anything else. I love people more than cars, more than gold, more than silver. I love a human being more than any money, any vanity. Yeah. So I just want to know. I just couldn't sleep, man. I just couldn't sleep. I had to come out, man. I had to do what I do now. Because the way them words were throwing around about how I have to be afraid of the police and I have to be afraid of the government. And I know I live in a democratic country. I know I live in a democratic country where I have the right to air my grievances against my government and my public servants, mate. I haven't quoted the law for them. I haven't started quoting the law yet. I haven't got so deep in the law yet. I just go and I just say, Sebastian, I live in a democratic country, which gives me the right to do what I'm doing. This is why I went to the polls and vote. So I say, if I cannot do this, why am I paying taxes then? And if I cannot do this, why did I vote then? Next time, nobody better do ask me to vote for them then. If I don't have the right to do what I'm doing. Somebody tell me, just tell me how it is. Just tell me how it is, Father. Somebody. And the person that think I'm so crazy and I do not know what I'm saying, please go and open a book and read up about what is a democracy. or democratic state, republic state, and dictator state. Go and have a read. And then come back and talk to me that that's the biggest fool in the world, and tell me if I'm really a fool. That's what I really want y'all to do. Because I know I can't be no fool. Having a mother like the mother I have and having the kind of father I have, I can't be no fool. Because I know my old queen I think my old queen passed more than 50 or 60 different occupations, Rasta. See knowing how to do things. Restaurant, sewing, painting, batik, tie-dye. What? Oh, do? Cooking? Oh, shit. I could understand how my little brother ended up being a chef, you know. And my father self could run any business and make it successful for you because that's what he's been doing his whole life. So, I must be a special kind of fool. That people feel I'm a fool. So much of a fool. I love it. I just love being that fool. No joke, you know. I love being that fool. I laugh about it, my mate. Anyway, my people, educate yourselves, masses and crew. Make sure you'll educate yourselves and stop letting people tell you things. Go and open a book and read. That's what my mother used to tell me to do. My mother used to tell me, go and open a book and read, Sebastian. Read, so when they come back and talk to you, you will know. You will know, Sebastian, when they come back and talk to you. Yeah, let's go on the internet, find out what I need to find out, read on the things I want, the things I like. Inform my brain. Keep my brain working. Keep it moving, grooving. Understanding the things that it should be understanding. And doing the things that it should be doing. Yeah. Yeah. Father Most High God. Anyway, my people, I just wanted to kill the fearmongers. The fearmongers that pushing fear about I should be afraid of this and I have to be afraid of that. I never know a righteous man to be afraid. You're not committing crime. Why should you be afraid of the police when you're not committing crime? If I was a criminal and I wasn't going to work every day and coming from work every day, then I would understand. If I was going and rob banks and trafficking drugs and doing the prep or the molestation, if I was doing them thing, embezzling money, doing them thing, anyway, I don't have a love for money anyhow. I have a love for people. My love have always been for people. I'm the kind of man that'll give you my last penny and stay without. I the man that will see you struggling and fix your car for you for nothing. Fix your motorbike for you for nothing. Yeah. And that ain't nothing new. Because if they find out where I come from, they'll know this is nothing new. to me. It's they that just don't know me. But I've always been fiery. You check it, Rastafari. Remember, I'm a Rasta man. I've always been fiery. Always been fiery. Even though you see me gentle and smiling, I've always been fiery. That's my passion. I'm passionate about what I do. I just work with a passion. I just work with a passion. I just work with love. Because I feel if you don't love what you're doing, you could never do it properly. Yeah, but for all the people that are trying to make me stop and fear-mongering and calling, what's Sebastian doing? Mate, I'm not crazy, mate. I am not crazy, my people. Come on, stop overthinking things, man. Here easier than where I come from, Ngasa. Here easier than where I come from, Rasta. That's a nice view of the roundabout. Yeah, man, here easier than where I come from, man. And you know the worst thing about it? How much of them that's called a small island people and all kind of thing and all kind of thing and all kind of thing. In my country, you could run to a police station anytime, you know. 12 o'clock in the night, 1 o'clock in the morning, I sure you getting a police in the police station. Will jump in a jeep and run somewhere. And I living in England and all the police stations closed and the Prime Minister asking for more police. Asking for more police. But yet they cut the police budget. So how it working out? I thought I was the fool. But how it working out? All the police stations supposed to be open 24 hours. Every neighborhood supposed to have their local police station. Why are we paying so much taxes, bro? Anyway, they call me the fool. I call my channel the Fool Catcher. Because I know there are so many of them out there that are not educating themselves. It's easy to catch a fool. You know, because the words that come out of your mouth make you the person you are. The things you like to do make you the person you are. You check me. They have the arrogant fool. They have the crazy fool. They have the mad fool. They have the educated fool. They have the dumb fool. My people, they have so many different kinds of fools. They have the rich fool, which is the one I consider is the worst fool. The rich fool. Because he think he could get away with anything underneath the sun. The rich fools. They feel they could get away with anything underneath the sun. Yeah. There are so many different kinds of fools. They have the dumb fool. My people got to get educated, you know, guys. Open books and read, guys. Don't let people tell you things, but stop believing and start knowing things, mate. Start knowing. They have something I just ask people. Do you know you have life? Or do you believe you have life? Well, I self know I have life, bruv. Let's say I wake up this morning and I there walking and I there talking and I there moving, praise Jah. Because the blind man want to see and the deaf man want to hear. Yeah, and the crippled man want to walk. And the dumb man want to talk. So my people, you all could do them things, my people. So my people, enjoy life, my people. You know what I tell you all? The blind man want to see. The deaf man want to hear. Yeah, the crippled man want to walk. The dumb man want to talk. My people, listen carefully. Listen carefully. If you wake up in the morning and you could talk and you could walk and you could see, and your body parts not hurting you and you could get up off that bed, you are okay, my people. You are okay. You have the strength to make another day. Yeah, and you have a strength to do something for yourself, mate. My people, my people. My people. My people, listen to me. I'm a fool. Yeah, I'm definitely a fool. Don't feel I'm not a fool. I could be a dangerous fool too. They have the dangerous fools too. That just doing stupidness. They have the rich fool. The rich fool that make the dangerous fool do a lot of kind of things because the dangerous fool might do anything for money. And the rich fool have the money to send the dangerous fool and do shit. So tell me about the fools, sir. Because I's the fool catcher. You see it? So I want somebody to tell me about the fools. And I want to see which one of them that could stand up in front of me and make me a fool. Because I know I am no fool. But I'm the fool catcher. Because they always talking to me like I'm a fool. You see it? But I'll repeat myself again before I end this. My people, I am living in a democratic country, my people, which gives me the right as somebody who's voting, as somebody who's paying taxes in the country. It gives me the right to air my grievances against my public servants, and it gives me the right to, my people, air my grievances against my government and the police. Yeah. And they shouldn't have no retaliation for me airing my grievances, no backlash for me airing my grievances. And if there's any backlash for me airing my grievances or any retaliation for me airing my grievances, I think they have ways and means to deal with them. You check what I tell you. The blind man want to see and the deaf man. The blind man want to see. The deaf man want to hear. The crippled man want to walk. The dumb man want to talk. Trust me. Trust me, Father. Trust me. Trust me, Almighty Father. Trust me. They that just talk. Oh. I praise God I'd listen to my mother, boy, and I read. I go no university, you know. I just open books and I start reading, you know, like a madman. Abdullah put one of the first books in my hand, Ben Abdullah. Rastafari. He dead, you know. My uncle. Yeah, people don't say he's my cousin, nah. Yeah, he's my cousin, nah. He's my uncle, so I call him. Shit. My people, you have the right to air your grievances against your government with no remorse, with no remorse, with no retaliation. Trust me. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Why should you be afraid if you're not committing crime? Why you should be afraid of the police and you're not committing crime? Huh? And I'll tell the police something too, guys. Y'all stupid, dumb fools. They're telling me to call y'all dumb fools. Y'all stupid. And I'll prove that y'all stupid today, now. Right now. Once you see a man pick up a camera and he start recording, from the time he get his first hassle from the police, he'll start learning the law. He'll want to learn the law. You check me. So I don't, When you see that man pick up that camera and he start going around, he'll start learning the law. I see too many of them auditors already, guys. Judge accountability for all that have the law on the tip of his tongue. Oh, don't ask for Long Island audits. Like the fellas know the law better than the police. I say the fellas could do the police jobs. Shit, mate. Why? How despicable that you in the uniform and somebody know your job better than you, and they're not even doing your job. Anyway, somebody will teach me and come and educate me. Come and educate the fool. Yeah, I'm going to come and educate the fool. Shit, mate. Don't underestimate, Casa. You'll always underestimate. You'll just see me, and when they see me, they just see a little Rasta man. Yeah, this man must be a little fool. He have locks on his... But I'm well educated, mate. And I didn't go to no school to get educated. Yeah, I went to school, yeah. Yeah, I got a secondary school in the Caribbean. Yeah, I went to school. But practically all my education is me reading books. I find the school education wasn't even... I find me reading the books was a better education than the school, because I learned more from me reading the books than the school ever taught me. Yeah. But anyway, my people, if you wake up from your bed, you could hear, you could see, you could hear, you could see, you could walk, you could talk, and none of your joints and your bones are hurting you, and you could get off that bed. You okay, man? You ready to go, boy? Put yourself in some kind of motion. Yeah, for real. Anyway, my people, have a wonderful day. Enjoy it. Enjoy the life. That's the only thing you have, and you only have one chance at it. So enjoy the life, my people. Goodbye, my people.